Yeah, these clock questions can be confusing. So we'll start with finding the angle between the hour and the minute hands at 8:48 a.m. So we have 60 minutes here, and the whole thing is 360. So 1 minute tick mark would correspond to 6 degrees. And then 1 hour, since we have 12 hours, would correspond to 30 degrees. We're dividing that by 12. So let's start with, so this is 9, this is 10. So 8:48, this is where somewhere it would be here. And that would be 3 more here from the 45. This 9 would correspond to 8:45. And so that means that this horizontal angle would be 18 degrees. Now, if we write this as 8, the hour mark would be actually closer to 9. And to find this angle here, first I'm going to find that angle. So since it's at 48, I find 48 as a fraction of 60. So that's 8/10. That means that our arm has moved 8/10 of this entire angle, which is 30 degrees. I mean, this is how I do it. So 24 degrees it has moved, which means that remaining angle between the 9 position, that's 6 degrees. That means the total is 18 plus 6. So 24 degrees is the angle between the hour and the minute. Now, one thing you could do if you get confused in the exam is to just say, well, if you look at the answers, 2, 4, this is about 3, that's a little bit more than 2. We could say, let's look at just after 2 minutes. Something you can do if you don't want to write it algebraically. So we're looking at finding the angle when the time is at 8:50. So that's a little bit easier because we know that at the 10 position is where the minute hand would be. And so this would be 9. And so hour would be here, would have moved closer to that horizontal line. So that angle, we know is 30 degrees because 9 to 10. And then we just need to find that angle. So again, what I'll do is to figure out 50 as a fraction of 60. That means that this hour hand has moved 5/6 of this entire angle, which is 30 degrees. So it's moved 25 degrees. Since this entire angle is 30, it's 5 degrees from that horizontal line that's from 9 to the center. So that means the angle between the hour and the minute hands is 35 degrees. So at 8:50, the angle is 35, was 24. They're asking when it increases by 50%. So 50% of 24 is 12. So we need that angle to get to 36. 8:50, the angle is at 35. So we need to go beyond 8:50, which means we need the time to be slightly more than 2 minutes. And if we look at the answer choices, this one is slightly more than 2. So this is 2 and 2/11. So that's going to be the answer. Because you'll see these are too far out. So that's one thing you could do if you weren't able to go forward with this question. Now, if you want to write this algebraically, let's say t minute has elapsed, then what we'll say is that the angle that would have gone up is, so we were at 8:48, which corresponds to that point here. Well, actually 3 here. So 3 plus t times 6, because 6 degrees is what you're getting for each minute. So I've added 3 plus t. I'm calculating that angle here. And this is the base starting with 48. And then I have to add this angle here once the clock moves t more minutes. So then we're again referencing from 48. And t is that additional time. So the fraction of an hour that this hour hand has moved is 48 plus t over 60. That means the angle that it has moved here would be that times 30. And then I have to subtract it from 30 to get this other angle, just like I did it for 850. So my setup is this. Kind of looks messy, but make sure you understand the pieces. And then I have to add that one. And we need this to be, when this angle increases by 50%, meaning I need this to be greater than or equal to 36. So that's the inequality. I'll simplify it. 30 minus 24 minus t over 2 plus 18 plus 6t. So that's 6 and 18, 24. That becomes 12. 6t minus t over 2 would be 11t over 2. And if you rearrange this, t has to be greater than or equal to 2411. And that's where the answer, 2411, is coming. This is harder, of course. So if you can't set it up this way, one way would be to estimate it for 2 minutes, or we could have chosen 3 minutes too. That would also be a good choice to start. So to summarize, the answer is A.